However, when evidence was presented...
What it is, guys? It's your boy Blasphemous HD, and today, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, alright? I haven't been watching any of these videos lately because they were scaring the crap out of me, and it was hard for me to sleep because I started having dreams. But I slept good last night. If you guys want to watch the original video, this is, it is by That Creepypasta Guy. The link in the description down below for the original video. Wish me luck, because I'm gonna need it.
The lagoon is approximately 80 by 30 kilometers in size.
It is by That Creepypasta Guy.
Castle Rock, 2 skeletons placed underwater. The video we can see here shows a diver scouring the ocean floor when a cargo ship passes above him. There's a good chance that if he wasn't holding onto a rope, he could have been sucked upwards towards the boat's propeller. The issue many raise with this video is that there should have been a safety ship with a flag on top, indicating that you can't come within 500 feet of the vicinity of the diving site. This could have been extremely dangerous.
The deep ocean is a pretty scary place, if we're being completely honest. Strange creatures that look nothing like what we're used to on land can grow to extraordinary sizes beneath the waves, with even more alien creatures still left to be discovered. We can thank deep-sea submersibles and the explorers that pilot them for allowing us unique insights into this world in recent years. That being said, the following examples of our 5 scariest deep-sea diver footage caught on camera and spotted in real life will definitely make you think twice before taking a dip in the ocean from here on out. Number 5. Giant Squid. The giant squid is a terrifying sea monster, and for a long time it was relegated to being a tall tale told by sailors who like to embellish the details in their stories. That all went out the window, however, when evidence was presented very much real and living in the deepest depths of our oceans. It's understandable why people were hesitant to believe the stories about the giant squids, because it's hard for us to imagine something so monstrous and massive being able to avoid detection for so long. Even if its habit is as foreign to us as the world's oceans, we're now able to see for ourselves what giant squids are all about, with some amazing footage of them living and going about their business in their natural environments. This is quite impressive and really goes to show just how far our underwater tech has come in the past few decades. This video hails from 2013 and is hailed as the very first time researchers were able to capture footage of a live giant squid, with most previous specimens either washing up dead on a beach or being caught in a commercial fishing net. That thing is definitely terrifying, and it's a good thing the submersible pictured was unmanned, because anyone witnessing this beast firsthand would probably have suffered a massive heart attack on the spot. We know we would have been absolutely scared stiff, and it's clear that one swipe from those massive tentacles could easily have disabled the sub or worse. While this isn't the most clear video ever, with the lights needed to see anything at those depths bathing the squid in a ghostly white light, there's no doubt as to what we're looking at or its sheer size. When you get a good view of the squid's head, you get the sense that it could do some serious damage if it wanted to, which goes without saying since these creatures have been known to battle with sperm whales and come out on top. Those huge eyes are definitely the most freaky part of the entire encounter. It gives the giant squid a very strange appearance that's almost human, although the rest of it tosses that idea right out the window. Even though we'd be scared out of our minds, we'd still jump at the chance to see one of these up close and personal, although we'd make sure we were completely protected before doing so. Not much is known about the life cycles or habits of these elusive creatures, and it'll be interesting to see what comes from further studies on them in the near future. Number 4. Anglerfish. The anglerfish is certainly a strange fish that's bound to worry anyone who ends up coming across one. The odds of that are thankfully low, as these fish are found in the extremely deep areas of the world's oceans and don't make their way to the surface at all. They are perfectly adapted for their world, which is devoid of any kind of natural light, employing bioluminescent appendages that glow in order to attract prey towards their gaping mouths. The way their fins move as they propel themselves through the dark abyss is absolutely mesmerizing to watch, and they're actually quite beautiful, despite the anglerfish being pretty gross at first glance. There are live specimens on display in a few aquariums around the world, with the one pictured in the footage eventually finding a home at the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute, which allowed researchers to study them with the intent of learning as much as possible. We're still a long ways away from being able to say that we fully understand the lives of these elusive fish, though. It's expected that this info will eventually help scientists to work on conservation methods appearance. What really sets the ghost shark apart from any other known creature is the fact that its reproductive organs are located at the top of its head and not where those parts usually go. Scientists have tried to work out why this is the case, but that answer hasn't been all that forthcoming and is made even harder by the fact that these ghost sharks are so rare. This one was filmed by a team with National Geographic, and those involved say that the video footage was captured because of pure dumb luck. They certainly made the most of their surprise encounter. This particular specimen is thought to be a pointy blue-nosed chimera, and the find is even more important than usual because it proves that these fish, once thought to inhabit areas only around Australasia, are able to survive even in the northern hemisphere where water temperatures are less tropical and more frigid. These sharks have also swapped out the stereotypical rows of razor-sharp teeth that we've come to expect from sharks, opting instead to use mineral plates that they use to crush up any prey they come across. They're also bottom feeders and cruise around looking for whatever they can easily scoop up instead of engaging in the more predatory habits of other sharks. Number 2. Fangtooth. These menacing-looking deep-sea predators have the largest teeth compared to their body size of any known creature on Earth, and one look at one will sum up why they made today's list. They look a little bit like the anglerfish mentioned earlier and use a special trick to navigate in their dark world, living so deep below the ocean's surface that light is unable to reach them. A lateral line on their backs shows off these sensors that they use to detect minute disturbances in the water around them, signaling potential prey or even predators. These fish are pretty tiny, measuring only around 20 centimeters on average when fully grown, but are incredibly vicious and will pretty much try to take a bite out of anything that moves near them, regardless of its size. Their attitude is born out of necessity, as it's hard to find much to eat in the deep ocean, and picking up at least a little piece of whatever meal happens to show up is the best way to avoid starvation. It's also a great defense, especially since a quick bite will help disorient any attackers and allow the smaller fangtooth to make its escape through its dark environment in relative safety. Look, we don't really care how small the fangtooth is, because even if they were the most docile anything we'd expect from a fish, in defensive mode, they open up their mouths. Silver lining if you have something out of Jurassic Park, and after getting a look at one, we're happy simply avoiding any run-ins with sarcastic fringe heads if we can help it. The good news here is that they aren't very big, growing to only around a foot long, but that really isn't much of a silver lining if you happen across one of these terrifying looking fish. When they're going about their daily routine and are relaxed, sarcastic fringe heads don't look like anything out of the ordinary and are pretty much just regular fish. Provoke or threaten a fringe head, however, and you're in for a scary surprise. When they get into defensive mode, they open up their mouths, revealing a set of needle-sharp teeth that are more than capable of turning a day on the water into a rush to the emergency room. They don't usually attack unless provoked, with fringe heads usually only baring their fangs until danger's past without making any moves to defend itself physically. If that doesn't work, they will then take matters into their own hands and get violent, actively attacking whatever's bothering them and trying to sink those fangs in as deep as they can go. While they aren't about to tear your arm off, given their small stature, sarcastic fringe heads can definitely do some serious damage when provoked, and that provocation really doesn't take much. The fish are fiercely territorial and will have a go at anything they deem to be a threat, which is basically anything that moves around their home, and can also include foes much larger than they are, as in the cases of the unlucky divers who have disturbed them. They